Kim here with Lead Generation Source, and one of the questions I see a lot is Octosuite dead? And in all honesty, it's not. And unfortunately, we haven't done a very good job at promoting the features that are just superb with Octosuite, regardless of the Facebook issues that have gone on. But for those of you who are new to Octosuite, if you saw the sales page or if you haven't had a chance to use it recently, then you may not be aware that Facebook had made a major change where they did not allow Octosuite to maintain the ability to discover content on Facebook. And a lot of people were disappointed with this, and honestly, I didn't understand why. And that's why I decided to make this video. So the question to is Octosuite dead is no, it is absolutely not dead. And I believe that Luke McGuire, the owner, is probably still working hard to get that back, but it's up to Facebook. And since this is an older app, it may never get approved in here. If you are specifically looking for the Facebook viral content finder that we've talked about in the past, then you need to consider the new tool, and the link for that is in the in the description for this, or around this page somewhere if you're on the site. So let's talk about Octosuite and what the functionality is that is current, and that is effective, let's see, today is October 23rd, 2018. So first of all, let's look at Discover Content. Discover Content, while we can't use Facebook, we can still look at Twitter trends, YouTube trends, do a YouTube search, get royalty-free images, and look on Reddit. So all of this still functions. So for example, if I wanted to go into YouTube and I wanted to look for something, let's go with cake decorating, since that's my favorite thing to do lately. And I could find some of the cake decorating videos that are here. In fact, this one looks very tasty, and then I can view it. I can even download it, which is interesting because a lot of people don't know how to download YouTube videos, so this makes it super easy. And then you can post it, right? So let's say if you hit post, now you can put it in fan pages, groups, or even to your syndication networks. So if you have that particular upgrade. So that is right there. You can still find pretty good content to share to your page. These will all be posted as links though. And to be honest, there are some that argue that links are now better for your page than they used to be. And there's plenty of proof of that with lots of pages that's all they post are links out. Forbes is a good example. They're huge. They still have a ton of following, get a good reach, and all they do for the most part is post links out to their content on their page. So keeping that in mind, that's not necessarily a bad thing, it just makes it tough because you can't share videos directly from here. Now I say that, but you can if you go to post and schedule. So that's our next topic, right? Post and schedule. So now if we go to post, we can post to whatever we want. And if you have the content, you either do a manual search or you use that other tool we talked about. You can put the link here and it'll share it just like if you were sharing viral content. So you find the viral content either manually or through this other tool that we have linked, and you can still do exactly the same stuff, right? So it's just a little bit more work if you're doing it manual, or it's using the other tool, which is extremely inexpensive. So that's something to consider if that's what you want to do is share Facebook content. So now the other thing you can do is, now that we're talking about posts, is you can schedule posts onto your pages, right? So let's say that I want to pick, three of these, and I want to schedule, so I'm going to post something, put an image here, put a link if I wanted to, of course, share content onto it, and I can schedule it. So that's a huge benefit. I can also schedule it to, I can't schedule groups, you can't do that, but syndications, right? So to my syndication, so I have Twitter or LinkedIn, then, and you have to look at the syndication accounts to see what's on there. I only have Twitter and LinkedIn on here. There are 5 syndicated accounts. So if I have 40,000 pages on Facebook and then 5 accounts on here, that's still, I mean, if you go to Buffer or you go to Hootsuite, you're paying for 5 accounts through them. And they consider each page on Facebook, at least the last time I checked, they consider each Facebook page, fan page, to be 1 account. So if you have 40 Facebook fan pages and 5 syndicated accounts, that's like 45. You're paying hundreds of dollars a month through those groups. So the one-time cost of it's under $50 for Octosuite. It's silly for people to get upset about it. Oh, I can't do the one feature that I wanted to do. Yeah, but you still have a huge value. And for those who have purchased this through, purchased Octosuite through our link, they'll get access to our specialty training where we talk about how to use groups to build your business, whether you're selling something, some sort of e-commerce product or a local product even that you can ship out, or you are, promoting an online service. It would work for local as well, as long as there are local groups. I mean, anything where you use groups to promote products, we talk about how to do that and how to use this. So just keep in mind that this is a really good tool just the way it is. So in addition to scheduling posts on pages, and then you of course can post to syndication account, your syndicated accounts, as well as schedule those posts, right? So that's a huge benefit. Now, the other thing you can do is you can post into groups. So let's just clear this out. And you can post into groups. Now, being able to post into groups, if you're in a bunch of groups, you can basically, pick the groups that you want to post in, and then you select it, and you have different times here. Again, to emphasize this feature alone is well worth the money, because there are very few tools that will let you post into groups. And this does this a specific way so that it doesn't violate the terms of service for the API connection, right? So, and if that doesn't mean anything to you, that's okay. All you need to know is that this is a specific method that they're using that most other tools can't do. So like Hootsuite and Buffer don't really, sometimes they do, but it depends. Facebook keeps connecting it and disconnecting it. Octosuite has maintained their ability to post into groups because of what the way that they did it. So those specific elements right there are going to make this completely worth it. So if you've already made that purchase, take heart in knowing that you still have a valuable tool. And if you combine the strategies here with what you were doing before, I mean, just finding viral content and posting it onto your page, like we've always promoted, to build your page is one thing, but you still need to schedule schedule content. You still need your own original content, and you still need to participate in groups to really get that full effect. So with that in mind, that's the kind of overview of Octosuite now. And if you have questions, please, reach out through Lead Generation Source, or you can send in a ticket through support. And that link will be right around this if you're in Lead Generation Source. And if you're watching this on YouTube and coming in, click on the link and join our group, and we will see you in there.